Hey everyone, I'm Chad Latusky and this is my wife Danielle Latusky.
Hey.
And we're with It Works Global. I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you how we got into this crazy rap thing and how our life has changed over the last couple of years. Well, first I remember posting about this crazy rap thing. I didn't believe it, I didn't want anything to do with it, but my wife kept nagging me, stomach being messed up through just having 3 babies. So I said, hey babe, why don't you try this crazy rap thing that my cousin's doing? And I think she gave me but that was all I ever thought about. I didn't think it worked. I didn't know anything about it, and I never gave it another thought, to be honest. And life about to change.
So Chad had his cousin, Chad and his cousin were friends on Facebook, and he was seeing these posts that she was making, to me. And a few months later, I finally decided, okay, well, let me try this thing and see if it really works. It's $25. I really have nothing to lose. I'm $25, but I got in touch with her anyway. So my upline had just gotten back from conference 2013, so January 2013, and heard up about this business. And that just so happens to be the same time that I contacted her. And I don't remember how we got in touch and what was really said, but getting on the phone, and I told her that I wanted to try one rep. I didn't know anything about a full treatment. I didn't know anything about needing more, or I didn't know what they were really going to do. I just something, my stomach was a mess. So she got me on the phone, and somehow she just told me that, she knew that I'm with my kids, to continue staying home with my kids. And she just told me that this business could change my life. And, at first I was just like, yeah. Before we got off the phone, she got all my info signed up to sell these crazy skinny wraps. He had no idea that I had done it. And I decided, so I'll help her. I'm going to be using them anyway. And, what if I can make a couple bucks just to be able to support my own habit and, get my wrap on. That was the idea when I first started. And I actually begged my friends and family to come to my first party at my mom's house. And they didn't need to buy anything, just show up and support me and, help me figure out how to present this thing to people, because I had never really done anything like this before. So the day before, my sponsor flew from Florida, where they live at, to Maryland, where we actually all grew up at and where I live. The day before the party, I told Chad that I had signed up to sell this.
And I'll be honest, guys, look, I was pissed. I didn't want anything to do with this business. A lot of you guys out there thinking that this thing, is a pyramid scheme, or, there's just no money to be made, or it's just some big scam in general. That's what I about this thing.
So, I didn't tell him that I was signing up for this business because we weren't talking at the time. Actually, it was a very time in our lives, and I didn't care if he knew what we were doing. Well, first of all, we didn't have the money, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that part of our story in a minute. Basically robbed Peter to pay Paul, and I used some of our bill money. And I was in banking previously, so I pretty much handled the side of everything. And I borrowed some bill money because I knew our taxes were coming in, and snuck this into onto one of our debit cards. And but like I said, he didn't know, and we were in a very bad part of our relationship. Actually, we were going through the process of having becoming divorced, one of which at that point was a few weeks old, and it was a really hard time for us.
Yeah, like she said, we were emotionally together, and I'll be honest, guys, a lot of you out there are probably in the same situation as I was in. it's really hard to talk about, but you know, a few years back, I mean, I have Crohn's disease. Basically, you know, I had a lot of pain going on, and I had been to the doctor, you know, numerous amounts of times, and just get a grip on the whole disease. And through going to the doctor, you know, even a little bit before we were even, I had, you know, pretty much gotten hooked on pain medicine through my doctor. And, you know, basically they just kept, you know, pumping pain medicine into thinking it was not necessarily a cure, but a, you know, a fix to basically, you know, help my pain while they found a cure. So I was like a lot of people out there, you know, I didn't want anybody to know I was on pain medicine. I've never been on pain medicine. I could hide it well. Nobody even knew I was on it for a while. And I hid it to know I was on it. I mean, it was really hard to live that lifestyle of hiding, you know, pain medicine. And she didn't even know I was going to the doctor getting it. Long story short, I actually told her that I was on her. She found out, I guess, more or less. And came to the doctor with me, and she explained to the doctor that I had an addiction, and I also said I had an addiction, which I had never even realized. He cut me off of pain medicine, and I tried to go without. And again, long story short, you know, I went to the streets with it and got hooked on it there. And then it became a habit, you know, a bad habit. And I spent a lot of money, you know, more money than I would like to say, and did things I wasn't proud of.
You know, big toll on our marriage and on our children, and we almost didn't survive it. I mean, he wasn't himself, and it really took a toll on our relationship. It took a toll on me emotionally. I didn't feel wanted or enough, and so anyway, we split up for a while, and we ended up having maybe one last hurrah, I guess, and
Yeah.
got pregnant with our third daughter and decided, let's try to make this work again. And he still wasn't there, but he
Yeah.
tried to pretend like he was. And so finally, you know, we fast forward, the baby was born while I was pregnant, and kept me out of work basically 4 months from my pregnancy, at 4 months all the way through about 4 months out, because of some complications, my medical complications. And this business really has changed our lives. You know, we found it, and
Basically,
yeah, it fell in our lap. It brought us closer to God, first of all, which I think was a huge part of what was missing in our relationship.
I think I contribute solely, you know, and, you know, God basically for saving me through that addiction. I mean, I love my wife, I love my kids, but addiction like that, it overcomes your body. You don't even know who you are. My kids, my wife, none of that mattered to me, which it's horrible for me to say, and I'm telling you the truth. Like, that did not matter to me. Nobody human could actually stop me from that addiction. I had to want it from, and
so that took a huge toll on me, because I didn't feel like I was enough, and I didn't feel like my children were enough, and it was so that was why I didn't tell him that I had signed up for this. I didn't care. I didn't care what he thought, or if he knew, or if he was participating in this. And so he came to that basically, and with the
trying to
intentions
of
proving it wrong. And there was about 8 women there.
8 women there.
Myself
and my cousin. Like I said, my cousin was doing it wrong, and I sat in on a party of 8 women, which, you know, I'm not gonna say it was bad, but, you know,
hey,
not something I, you know, wanted to spend my Sunday. I wanted to prove her wrong. I wanted to laugh in, I think, her face and my cousin's face. You know, not to be mean, but I just, you know, I didn't want anything to do with it. And saw the income chart.
Yeah.
and
when
my
he
eyes lit
saw
up.
the party pad and the income chart of the party pad, I was like, uh-oh, we're in trouble now. He already let these things work because I can't promote something that doesn't work.
Yeah,
And
I still didn't believe the money, but it caught my attention. So
we took the wraps, had amazing, amazing results with my first wrap, and several of the other women there did as well. And I was just, I was ready to continue and just get my body to where I felt comfortable with myself. And so anyway, and now, 15 months into the business, we went triple diamond, and we're just over our 2-year mark at triple diamond, going for that presidential level. And we're just excited to see as many people as possible go on this journey with us. And we want to thank you for just listening to our story, and just anyone can do this if they're willing to let go of their circumstances and just go for it. And don't make your why. Your why needs to be so strong that it makes you cry. And ours was because we needed each other. We needed God first and foremost. And he and I were able to rebuild our relationships. And then our children are right behind that. And following that is our family and our business. And we were able to align our priority, make friends in this business that are just amazing, that we would never, ever give up in a million years. And we're just so thankful and grateful, and just excited to see where this journey takes us and to see who joined us on it. So
yeah, and I challenge anyone out there that if you're in the same situation as maybe I was, or a different situation, and or maybe you just need a hobby, or or you are struggling financially.
if you're looking for change, let's do this.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting different results. So if that's you, why not join us? Take the leap of faith. We did.
To us.
Thanks.
Boo.